It's been a while since I've recorded an episode of 4th and 10, but I thought today would be a great day to bring it back. It looks like the SEC is planning on eliminating divisions when Texas and Oklahoma join in a couple years. Plus, rumors regarding Auburn's next head coach and 2 potential names that we might see hired. All that and more on today's episode of 4th and 10. 4 college football stories in just around 10 minutes. Now, let's go for it. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are that you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. I'll be posting college football videos every day during the rest of the season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. We'll kick off this video with Auburn, who is currently rumored to be looking at 2 potential options as their next head coach. One of the candidates is a name you've likely heard mentioned over the last few weeks, and that's current Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin. Well, according to a lot of reports out there, Lane Kiffin is considered one of the top candidates to be Auburn's next coach. Auburn and Kiffin have had mutual interest in the past, but a lot of people think that Lane Kiffin might potentially leave Ole Miss to go to Auburn. Now, while all these rumors have been circulating over the last couple of weeks, there was something very interesting that happened in regards to Ole Miss today. Well, the Rebels reportedly put out an offer to Lane Kiffin to make him one of the highest paid coaches in all of college football. According to a report, Lane Kiffin has received a new contract offer from Ole Miss that would make him one of the 10 highest paid coaches in college football. It's now a waiting game to see if he'll receive an offer from Auburn. There was a report saying that the offer likely exceeds $9 million per season, which would be $2 million more than he's currently making now. Lane Kiffin is having yet another fantastic season for the Rebels, and he's definitely earned a pay raise. But if this report's legit and he's getting this offer right now, the timing is certainly interesting considering he's being rumored to be going to Auburn potentially. Now, as someone that lives on the West Coast and follows the Pac-12 more than any conference, I'm not as deep into SEC talk as a lot of people. So from my point of view, it just seems silly for him to leave Ole Miss to go to Auburn. Now again, I don't know everything that's happened in the past between him and the program or what the history is there, but I just don't know why he would go to Auburn given how much of a shit show that program currently looks. Honestly, it makes sense to stay at Ole Miss, but again, those are just my 2 cents from someone that lives on the West Coast that's not deep into SEC rumors. Now, here's another potential name in regards to Auburn and their next football coach. According to Sports Illustrated, a new face has emerged in the running for the Tigers head coaching position, and it's Dabo Swinney. The article reads, according to our sources, also confirmed by a few outlets, we are not the first to mention Swinney and Auburn, Dabo Swinney's representatives have been having conversations with Auburn University since around last Saturday. Again, this is just a rumor that someone's reporting based on something they've heard, but I don't even buy this for 1 second. I talked about Lane Kiffin not making sense going from Ole Miss to Auburn, but does it make any sense for Dabo Swinney to go to Auburn at all? Absolutely not. Sure, maybe his representatives are just hearing them out just to hear what they have to offer, which would make kind of sense, but I don't see any way, any possibility that Dabo Swinney leaves Clemson to go to Auburn. I mean, if they come and offer him $20 million to make him the highest paid coach in college football history, maybe that makes him reconsider, but I just find it impossible that Dabo leaves for Auburn. This just seems impossible and a silly report, but I thought it was too good to not talk about. Speaking of coaches, let's transition over to Mario Cristobal. Now, he's not being linked to any other program, but he might want to at this point. It's been a disaster of a season for the Hurricanes as they're fighting just to become bowl eligible with a few weeks left in the season. But apparently, parents of Miami players have been very vocal on Twitter over the last few weeks for a variety of reasons, with their comments directed towards Miami's assistant coaches. And apparently, a lot of these tweets have since been deleted. Apparently, last week, the father of freshman cornerback Kamari Rogers tweeted out, tagging one of the secondary coaches saying, "You are a piece of work, but it's all good. I'm gonna pray for you and your family. You obviously have serious issues." A few weeks ago, Keyshawn Smith's mother called out offensive coordinator coordinator Josh Gaddis by saying, "If you're an offensive coordinator who walks in meetings, tells his team they are the worst team ever, would you still want to play for him? I heard of tough coaches, but that's just stupid. I wonder if USC coaches talk to his team like that." Apparently there have been a lot more, but these were just a few that were shared in this article I'm reading. Well, I guess Mario Cristobal was asked about this recently, and he didn't sound too happy about it, and here's what he had to say.
I think it's important to teach our own children to handle stuff like adults in a face-to-face manner. As it relates to posting on social media, I was raised very different than anything that would relate to anything such as that, but a parent is very free and welcome to come pick up their son if they're not happy with their playing time here at the University of Miami, and I guess that's my philosophy.
I don't blame Mario Cristobal at all for being this pissed off. It's been a rough season for Miami this year, and I can't imagine it's any better having parents of players calling out the coaching staff. We'll move to the SEC now, as Commissioner Greg Sankey said that the SEC plans to eliminate its two-division structure for scheduling once Texas and Oklahoma join the conference in 2025. As you all know, the SEC currently consists of two 7-team divisions, the East Division and the West Division. Sankey said that the SEC is waiting on other factors like potential college football playoff expansion and the Big Ten's media agreement to make final scheduling decisions. We right now are not thinking about maintaining a two-division format for football scheduling in the SEC. It would potentially be one single division with the idea that we want to rotate our teams through our campuses more frequently. We have big brands with big interest and large followings that want to go to places like Fayetteville, Arkansas, or have their fans come to Columbia, South Carolina. During the pandemic, we played 10 conference games and had on our SEC network the highest viewership we had ever experienced. We drew people in by playing each other with greater frequency. Now, personally, I am a massive fan of this. I've been saying for years that conferences need to just go away with divisions entirely. As you all know, I'm an Arizona State fan and I'm a Pac-12 fan. And this past year, the Pac-12 announced they'd be going away with divisions and just having the two best teams in the conference play each other in the conference title game. And personally, I think this is a much better idea. This allows the two best teams to play in the conference title game, and it also prevents you from playing the same teams every year. Now, I get it, if you have a rivalry with another team, you're still likely going to play them on a year-to-year basis. But being in the same division with the same teams, personally, I think it just gets tiresome playing the same teams on a year-to-year basis. I think opening it up and playing different teams every year is much more exciting, especially in the SEC with more teams in that conference. So overall, I'm a huge fan of it, and hopefully more conferences in the future opt to go this route as well. We'll wrap things up with a coaching hire that might have gone under the radar. Michigan football associate head coach Biff Poggi will join the Charlotte 49ers as their new head coach after this season. Poggi has been the associate head coach at Michigan for 2 seasons, but a lot of people consider him as playing an integral role in the Wolverines' turnaround in 2021, and many people think that Michigan's success these last few years are largely due to him. Poggi was well known at the high school level as he led his alma mater Gilman High School to 13 state titles in 19 years. He also has experience in college football with Brown, Temple, and the Citadel earlier in his career. For Charlotte, this is a massive hiring for them as they have only one winning season since they began play in 2013. This is a 49ers program that is actually going to move to the American Conference next season, which is definitely going to help the program. So you got a team that's moving to a solid conference, you have a coach with a lot of experience and history, so I think this is actually going to be a very solid move for Charlotte, who might emerge as a potential threat in the American Conference as early as next season. Well, that wraps up today's episode of 4th and 10. What are your thoughts on the rumors surrounding Lane Kiffin and Dabo Swinney potentially going to Auburn? Plus, what are your thoughts on the SEC going away with divisions in a couple years? Whatever your thoughts are on the topics I discussed today, let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. I'm posting college football videos every day, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.